Hi everyone. So I missed doing my update last week for 25 weeks pregnant. So I'm gonna try to cram both weeks into one video, and we'll see how it works and if it ends up being short enough for people to actually want to watch. So I don't really have a great reason why I didn't get a video up last week. It just there wasn't a ton going on necessarily. Although I've had kind of busy weeks lately, but it got to be Friday afternoon, and I hadn't had a chance to do it yet. And then I don't do videos when Eric is here, so I didn't do it over the weekend. And then he took Monday off, so anyway, so it just didn't happen. So I figured no big deal, whatever. So last week I was 25 weeks pregnant, and the baby was the size of an eggplant, and still being measured from head to rump at that point, and was 9.2 inches and about 2 pounds. This week, for 26 weeks, the baby is the size of a cucumber, and they're measuring from head to toe now. So that's 15 inches and a little over 2 pounds. This is 2.2 pounds. And this week there's like a whole bunch of exciting stuff happening. The baby's starting to open his eyes. The hearing has matured quite a bit, and the taste buds have formed. So that's pretty cool. It seems like a lot of big things happening. So that's exciting. As far as symptoms and stuff have gone for the past 2 weeks, I've been dealing with a lot of congestion, mostly when I wake up in the morning, but at times throughout the day, I have some congestion, and it seems to be worse when I'm lying down, or after I've laid down for a period of time. But it's not too bad. I actually at one point thought I might be coming down with a cold, but thankfully that doesn't seem to be the case. But it's just kind of like this lingering congestion and stuff. I've also been having a little more trouble sleeping, so I've been a little more tired during the day. And kind of just having more trouble finding comfortable sleeping positions. The position that I have been sleeping in mostly that was comfortable up until the last couple of weeks is kind of like a combination between being on my stomach and being on my side, where I don't use a pillow, and I probably need to start using a pillow to prop my leg up, but I'm kind of on my stomach, but with my leg out to the side so that it kind of rotates my body a little bit so that I'm not right on my stomach. But that's not really comfortable anymore. So I do have a snuggle, and sleeping with that doesn't seem to really help right now. So we'll see. I'll keep working on that. And I've also, more last week than this week, but it's kind of becoming a regular thing, is I'm having shortness of breath and stuff, and just feel like there's not enough room for my lungs to expand fully. So yeah, and I feel like I'm getting big. Like, I don't think I necessarily look big, but like I'm definitely feeling big, and like I have a real belly there. As far as food stuff goes, still no new aversions, thankfully. Don't really like chicken, but other than that, there haven't really been any new aversions. And as far as cravings go, I've been eating fruit a lot. I make a big fruit salad it lasts me about 4 or 5 days when I make it. So I'll go and get a bunch of fruit, put that together, and then have that with my breakfast every morning. And last week I bought from Target these cinnamon honey almonds that were delicious, that I was loving. And I have not bought any more on purpose because they do have corn syrup and sugar and all of that in them. So I tried making kind of my own off of a recipe online. They didn't turn out quite the same. Eric loves them, but I don't like them quite the same. I think because they don't have a sugar coating on them, which, I don't really need the sugar, so I'm not concerned about trying to replicate them perfectly. And then this week, kind of the big craving has been, I bought a box of low sugar maple and brown sugar oatmeal, instant oatmeal, and that has been great. Like, that for me is almost like having a dessert, and I actually have had that like in place of a dessert some days. So I'll have it for breakfast some days, I'll have it as a snack some days, you know, sometimes I have it like kind of as a bedtime snack, and so that's just been really good and easy, and I'm going to try to make my own kind of little packets of them with quick oats and stuff, so that I don't spend as much money on them. And then just kind of other news. So last Wednesday, I had my gestational diabetes test, and it wasn't awful. It was interesting that, so I've done this test, I think I mentioned that I've done this test before, but I've done a 6-hour one, and this was not related to pregnancy, this was for other health stuff, and for that one I had to fast and then not eat or drink for 6 hours, and that was excruciating. This time, I was able to eat breakfast, so that was great. You know, I was drinking water right up until the time when she gave me the drink, and it was much easier to handle. So I had a good protein breakfast, eggs and toast. I think that was all, eggs and toast. And then I was drinking water throughout the day up until, you know, I drank the stuff. I had a choice between orange or fruit punch flavor. I had the orange when I had the test done before, so I figured, what the heck, I'll try the fruit punch. And it was fine. The only thing about it is it was so sugary sweet that it like burnt my throat when I was swallowing it. Anyway, so that went fine, and I passed it. So I feel like that's a huge weight off my shoulders because I was really kind of concerned about that. So that's great. Otherwise, my OB appointment went really well. I met the third OB in the practice, so now I've met everyone, which is great. I really liked this third, like I've liked all of the doctors. So that's great. He, you know, measured my fundal height and didn't tell me what the measurement was, but he said it was right where it should be. You know, we listened to the heartbeat, and he didn't tell me what the heart rate was, but he said it sounded great. So everything seems to be going well. And every time I have an OB appointment, I get a little bit concerned that someone is going to say something about the weight that I've gained. Not that I have gained a ridiculous amount, but I, at that appointment, was up to like 18 pounds, and that was at 25 weeks. And at this point, I have now officially gained 20 pounds as of this morning, basically. So I'm a little bit like, I you know, don't want to gain a whole heck of a lot more, but I'm also more than halfway done. So, you know, hopefully I won't continue gaining at a high speed. So let's see, other news. I also saw my regular doctor last Monday, and I don't really talk too much about my health stuff on here, which was kind of the initial intention of starting this channel, was to have a place to combine talking about my health stuff with talking about pregnancy, to hopefully help other people going through similar things. So I'm going to make a video at some point in the next few weeks kind of going a little bit more in depth into that and talking about some of the stuff, some of the challenges that have come up with pregnancy, some of the things that maybe have gotten better, the treatments that I have to be on, and what, you know, having my illnesses and conditions will mean for, you know, giving birth and, you know, taking care of the baby and breastfeeding and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a separate video at some point about that. But my doctor was really happy with how everything's going, and yeah, so that was a good appointment also. And then this week, yesterday I had a prenatal massage, which was great. For Hanukkah, I got from Eric's aunt gift certificates for prenatal massage with a woman here where I live. So that was great. I had made appointments in the past twice with her that ended up getting canceled because she had the flu, and then she had to go out of town because there was a death in the family. So this time it finally happened, and it was really great. So yesterday I had a day of a massage, and then I had a chiropractor appointment later, and then I had yoga in the evening. So it was like just a great overall kind of taking care of myself day. Although it was kind of tiring because I was running all over the place and did errands and stuff too. And then I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I'm doing my Bradley Method childbirth class now. We've had 3 classes so far. It's been great. It's a small class. There's us and 4 other couples. And it's been going really well. This week we talked about nutrition and breastfeeding, and that was kind of a good discussion. And one of the things that now we're doing is keeping track of our protein intake, because evidence suggests that if you have 70 to 100 grams of protein a day while you're pregnant, then you can prevent developing preeclampsia. So I wasn't sure how well I was going to be doing with it, but I'm actually doing much better than I expected. And because I'm keeping track of it, being much more aware of my food choices, which I think is great. So far I've only done it for 2 days, but I've been over 90 grams of protein a day, which is kind of crazy. It seems like so much protein, but it really hasn't been that difficult to incorporate. And then the last thing is that my husband, Eric, is changing jobs, which is, it's great. It's a good change for him. He's going to be working with people that he's worked with before that he loved working with. So it's going to be good, but it has brought about, of course, an insurance change, therefore. So that's been a little bit of a headache, trying to figure that out and sort through it and figure out, what plan is going to work best for us and all of that. So that's just been kind of a bit of stress. I think now we have it figured out. So, yeah, so hopefully, that'll all be good. Today is actually his last day at his current job, and then next week he's taking the week off between the jobs, and we're actually going away from Wednesday to Saturday for kind of like a part 2 of our baby moon. We're going to the same place we went to before, so that'll be good, and then he starts his new job the following Monday. So hopefully that'll all be good, and he'll end up, part of his job offer was that he will get to work from home 2 days a week. Probably not for a few months, probably around when the baby gets here. But that's going to be a really nice thing that he'll be able to do and kind of help out more. So, I will just do a belly shot and then end this. And it has thankfully not turned into a ridiculously long video. It's still pretty long. So I am 26 weeks, 3 days today. So this is the 26-week, 3-day belly. Let's see. And I really feel like it's so big. Definitely a lot of roundness up here. Still kind of flat down the middle, but yeah. So this is with my shirt on. And then I have a tank top. I have like 3 layers over my belly right now. And then my pants. So that's the belly. I definitely feel like it's more round down on the bottom. So yeah, my belly button is definitely starting to get pretty flat. The other day he was actually, the baby was like pushing on right around my belly button, and it like almost made my belly button pop out, and then he moved, and it went back to normal. But so anyway, so that's it for this week and last week. I don't know if I'll get a video up next week because Eric will be home all week, and then we're going away. So we'll see if I manage to get a video done next week. If not, I will be back the following week, which will be week 28, which is the 3rd trimester, which I don't know how that happened. It seems like it's come up really fast. So, yeah. So I hope you're all doing well and having a good week, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon.